How's it going, guys? Skoks, Chicago Blackhawks Central here. Going to recap the last two Hawks games before this Four Nations break, taking over the All Star week, the All Star break, right? So it's a bit of I guess, a supplement or substitution for it. But yeah, last two games before the break, 6-2 loss or 6-2 win against the Nashville Predators. A lot of fun. Nazar had a great game. Jones, Donato is just an absolute monster. Pretty much this whole season. And a 6-5 loss in the shootout against the St. Louis Blues. Crazy, crazy game. A shootout of a game, and just ends in the shootout. And we'll get into that and some more updates, some recent updates that came out not too long ago. So we'll go over that, and let me roll the intro. Yeah, so I will take a look back at the big win against the Nashville Predators, and let me bring up the. Let's see here. If I could bring up the lineup, and I believe these are the same lines. At least I hope. I believe we didn't have a change in the lineup, maybe on defense, but I'll pull that up as well. Yeah, so uh, very, very fun game against the Preds. 6-2, just scoring all over the place, which we love to see. Ryan Donato first start of the game, 2 goals, 2 assists. Seth Jones, 1 goal, 1 assist. Frank Nazar with 1 goal and 1 assist. Um, Great shooting night for the Hawks, 30 shots on net. Still somehow outshot by the Preds by 3 shots. They had 33 hits, 27 Preds, 20 for the Hawks, and 11 minutes in the penalty box for both teams. Face-off percentage, 54.2 for the Preds, 45.8% for the Hawks. So back down to the mid-40s again, but we did have a decent face-off percentage clip not too long ago, but back down against the Preds, which have pretty decent center depth. Not great, but just better at the dot. Frank Nazar, first goal of the game, 4 goals on the season from Tabo, from Vlasic, his 16th assist. Colton Sissons scores about 20 seconds later. So once again, scoring less than a minute later. The next shift, right, for the Preds. Hate to see those goals. Immediately after we score, which is just terrible. Probably more on coaching than the players just not being ready next shift. Whether it's systematic, schematic, right? Just defending your zone after you score should be set up a lot better. And we've seen throughout the season that something is definitely not going right there. Needs to change soon, right? Going into next season, Pat Maroon, he gets his 3rd goal the of the season. Thought he had a few more, but I guess not. But 3 goals on the season with about 6 minutes left. Second period, Bedard, great goal on the power play. I believe this was the one timer. Awesome one timer from Ryan Donato at the point, at the top of the point, right? But Bedard, awesome slapper, 1T. Awesome. Love seeing that against UC Saros. Not having a great year either. Ryan Donato, he scores with 5 minutes left in the second period. 17th goal on the season, making the game 4-1. Frank Nazar gets another assist there. With about 9 seconds to go, Seth Jones, he gets his power play goal. tic-tac-toe from Bedard to Donato, and then Jones finishes off the beautiful play. Love seeing the team playing like that, but I think they try to play it like that too much, right? And then you see a lot of mistakes happen. But when it's done right and on time, then you get a beautiful play and a awesome goal for Jones there. With 9 seconds left in that second period. Third period, Ryan Donato, he gets his 18th goal from Vlasic. The guy is scoring machine. Trade value is, I'm guessing we get like a second round pick, but we'll get into that a little closer to the deadline on March 2nd, I believe. So it's coming up quick, but yeah, we will see what happens with Ryan Donato. Tommy Novak, he gets a garbage time goal with a minute left, and final is 6-2. So great win on against Nashville, which is they only have one more win than us at 18-28-7. So definitely just plummeting, similar to the Blue Jackets, I believe, last year, right? They just loaded up on all those random signings, and they just nosedived to the bottom. Just not a good plan, but they ended up being pretty good this year. So yeah, crazy things can happen, and yeah, the Preds are just it's a big mess, right? Don't know what their plan is. Just not great. But let's look ahead to the game against the Blues, where the Hawks and Blues both wore their Winter Classic uniforms, had the pads, the gloves, everything. Love the jersey, man. Beautiful on ice, all around, right? Love seeing that. And I thought we were going to have our first win in that jersey, but we did not. Definitely thought we were, right? Uh, Definitely thought that we were going to pull up something on that, but ended up not happening. Wish we could have seen something like that against the Blues there. Would have really loved to see um, a win in that Winter Classic jersey, but let's check out some of the lines. So I like what Sorensen's been doing with the lines. I think it is working out pretty well right now with Slaggert, Bedard, Donato, just puck retrievers with Donato and Slaggert, and Slaggert shown some scoring touch. Donato, obviously, big time goal scorer this year for us, so it's nice to see. Tavo on the second line with Nazar and Mikheyev. Like seeing their speed, and they have looked pretty good. Mikheyev with an awesome goal as well. Kershaw, Foligno, Bertuzzi, don't love that at all. I don't think Foligno is a center, and he's never really been a center. Bertuzzi was doing very well with Bedard, but we see Slaggert and Donato blending well with Bedard on that first line. So I still think they moved Donato up on that first line just for the deadline purposes, and he's obviously helping out that line, and he's piling up some goals here before the deadline. So it is a smart move, probably coming from KD to put him on that first line to boost that trade value. That's what it seems like, most likely, because Bertuzzi was playing very well with Bedard, right? So that's probably what's going on there. But Kershaw, not much to say, man. Don't know what's going on there. And most likely, I believe Ben Pope had it in his article not too long ago. Basically, Kershaw will not be back next year, most likely. Yep. So we all expected that, right? But Maroon, Reichel, Smith on that bottom line did have some nice shifts. Smith looked very fast, just coming back from injury. Um, yeah, I've liked his game this season. I think he's played well, and yeah, nice return game from IR. So good on Craig Smith. Martinez Jones is your first D pair. Vlasic, Murphy, Delmastro, Brody. Still don't like seeing Brody in the lineup over Allen, but it is what it is. Vlasic seems to be playing at his, you know, his usual game before his little slump that he's been on for like the past month, right? But now he's starting to look more like himself, more physical in the O zone, D zone, just carrying the puck up the ice. Just passing is looking a bit better as well. So I do think that Vlasic is turning his slump around. Martinez, I just don't think that he's uh, NHL quality anymore. Really, he's slow out there. He's not physical anymore. Just just gets beat going the other way. Back checking. So it is what it is with Martinez. But Seth Jones has been playing very well. Shout out once again, Arvid Soderblom. Uh, even though he gave up uh, 4 goals, right? Or no, 5 goals in regulation. Still thought he hung in there, but definitely not his strongest game. In getting into the shootout, right, where he has allowed like 9 goals on 9 attempts in the shootout, which is uh, just god awful, right? Just terrible. But he stood tall and gave us the chance to win in the shootout, and we just can't bury the puck for the life of us. But 3 stars of the game: Robert Thomas with 2 points, 1 goal, 1 assist. Radek Faksa, 0 goals, 0 assists. Huh. With a second star of the game. So I'm guessing he was the one that yeah. So Fox scored in the 10th round of the shootout, so they gave him the second star. It's whatever. Foxa. Mikheyev, a third star of the game, 1 goal, 2 assists. I didn't realize he had 3 points against the Blues. I only remember his goal because it was pretty awesome, but good on Mikheyev. Team stats, game stats, 40 shots on net for the Blues. That's just unbelievable from that type of team. But 40 shots on net is not good at all. 21 shots from the Hawks, hits 27, Blues 12 from the Hawks, and penalty minutes 4 for the Hawks and 2 for Blues. So fairly disciplined with the calls. Face-off percentage 53.3 for the Blues and 46.7 for the Hawks. So back in the mid 40s again against a decent team at the dot. First period, Craig Smith. Great goal from him, from Martinez. Maroon, a bit of a 2-on-1. Gets the pass over to Craig Smith, and he buries that. Awesome goal from Ryan Donato. About a minute later, from Bedard, makes the game 2-zip. Broberg scores. Walker, Joseph all score in the second period. Get the game to 3-2 for the Blues going in the third period. Martinez, he scores first from Tavo. Awesome goal. And good shot from Martinez, but he will have those veteran flashes, of his old game. But, man, his all-around game is just not there anymore. Cam Fowler, he puts the Blues up 4-3. Tavo gets one back, ties the game. Mikheyev, awesome, like coast-to-coast play from Foligno. Puts the Hawks up 5-4. And Robert Thomas ties it up with 5 minutes left, 5-5. Shootout. Bedard denied by Bennington. Tavo, awesome move on Bennington. I guess he's probably one of our just more skilled puck handlers, and you saw that in the shootout where he made it look effortless. Basically, didn't break a sweat. Just put on a little move. I believe he went backhand, or he went forehand backhand, and then he just kind of like scooped it in. Great move from Tavo, but Soderblom gave us a chance in the shootout. Did very well, and Foligno was up. Khrushchev didn't even attempt. I believe I had the update from the shootout from Ben Pope. I believe he put up the article post game. Let me see if I can bring it up here. Really quick, if I can bring it up. Where is it? From Ben Pope. Interesting that Khrushchev and Slaggert were the two Blackhawks forwards who didn't get shootout attempts. Anders Sorensen said he looked at some background to decide the order. I believe Seth Jones also did not get a shootout attempt. And I just don't believe that he looked at some background to, decide, like he put in Maroon, Foligno. I mean, Mikheyev, it's just rough, man. Sorensen shows us pretty much every game that he's not cut out for this job yet, and I think it's justified after the season that we'll be looking for a veteran head coach, right? Someone that could really coach up this young team once we get the younger guys in the lineup. Possibly David Carl as well, but we'll get into that towards the end of the season there and during the off season. But can't wait. And we have a little break now for the Four Nations tournament starting up this week, and we'll get some updates on that, and we'll see you soon. Let's go Hawks.